Hi Sag, this is going to be your April overview, seeing what the rest of Aries season is going to look like for you guys. Sorry that I didn't do it a few days ago at the very beginning of April. I had a very busy weekend, better late than never though. This is your April general forecast. It's good for any placement of Sagittarius in your natal chart, but as always, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. There could also be some role reversal happening. And this could be the way someone around you feels about you, but I did ask Spirit to show me what the energy that you guys are going to be in for April is going to be, you personally. If you want to book a private reading with me, Sag, the link to my website's down in the description below. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. This is a channel dedicated just to Libra and Sagittarius, and I will read for you here every couple days. So if you're new, subscribe and hit the bell so you see when I read for your sign. Okay, Soma Chandra Sagittarius. I feel like the energy I'm picking up on is pretty specific, and it's a little unusual for you guys. I suspect that there will be times in April that are somewhat uncomfortable. I definitely see you facing an old wound right now that's being triggered in some way, and I feel like you guys need a hug. Like, you need to be reminded that you're loved and supported by Spirit, that you need a lot of love and support right now. And it's important to work through feelings of vulnerability and inadequacy. Chiron came out, and then based on some of the other oracle messages and the simple tarot spread that Spirit asked me to drop, it's all about having to confront feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. It's so important to believe in yourself right now. You're also being asked to get back into a creative energy and allow for speculation in your life, trusting the mystery and allowing others to speculate about you without feeling the need to jump in. Defend yourself, make sure people, I think you're really worried about what people think of you right now, and it's just getting you all worked up and stressed out. I do think in April that you will face like a lot of racing thoughts and insecurity that do need to be worked through, because the overall energy from the solar system and the zodiac is the first house and Chiron, but Leo is in reverse. So Chiron is about an old wound. It's our Achilles heel. And this placement in our astrology is asking us to heal something once and for all, and to have empathy for ourselves and know that we do have the power to heal. It often represents a wound that never really truly heals. And by the time we have our Chiron return at 50, it's really your turn, and it's time to focus on learning remedies that will help you heal. And when you do that, you have the potential to heal others as well. But this is about the first house. This is about what people see and the impression that you give. But Leo came in reverse. It flew into the reverse. This isn't a flamboyant energy, and it's dramatic, and it's proud, and it's passionate, and it focuses on the importance of self-belief. Some of you have had a Leo in your life, and that person's gone now, or you're struggling with that. If you have any Leo in your chart, maybe you have a Chiron in Leo in the first house. If you do, maybe you need a reading. This might actually be a literal placement for some of you. Spirit is really asking you to be bold and proud right now and believe in yourself. And it is an inability to believe in yourself that I think is making you struggle with your first house, which is the impression that you give others and the impression that I think you're giving others. Some of you are afraid to step into a spotlight in some way. I'm hearing that a lot of you are worried that, oh, people are going to think I'm too egotistical. I don't have the skill set or knowledge or something like that. There's an inability to expand. This is an old wound for you. Your catalyst or challenge is the fifth house. And I feel like this is a catalyst that will help things move along better for you. The fifth house is the house of Leo, ironically enough, and it is a fun house. It is a place where we have fun and romance, pleasure, play, leisure, time with children, time with family, themes of elementary education, being awakening our own inner child and learning new things, letting yourself play and creating things that you're proud of. That is the medicine that you're being offered here. Have fun, create things you're proud of, take a vacation, just have fun right now. I'm hearing focus on the good stuff, because you're focusing on stuff that is a struggle for you. What they want you to surrender to, what your guides want you to surrender to right now is surrender worry, surrender comparisons with other people, and surrender low self-esteem. Out of my Divine Dog deck, they kind of all tie in together. Contentment, be satisfied, acceptance, love what is, and excellence. Just do your best. Things are never as they seem. Surrender to your full power. I think what Spirit's trying to say to you right now is you're comparing yourself to other people way too much. There's always going to be somebody better at you than something, and there's always going to be someone that's looking at you wishing they were more like you, and we don't realize that. For every person we compare ourselves to in life, there's a person comparing themselves to us. This is all about your self-esteem and being able to just be content and be satisfied where you are now. Some of you have been dissatisfied with progress, maybe with work, where you are in life, just not happy with maybe a lot of things. And Spirit's saying, be thankful and satisfied with what you do have at the present moment. It will be a month of acceptance and just learning to love what actually already is about yourself. It's definitely time to let go of worry. Make a commitment to to not lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit's guiding you. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Like, it is what it is right now. I feel like Spirit's saying you actually have a lot to be happy about and to love in your life, and there's a need to tap into that. This card, I love this little guy. Look at him jumping through his hoop. Just do your best right now. Do your best doesn't mean perfection is expected of you. Excellence is just about doing your best. What's your personal definition of success? You're just going to be pulled out of that if you don't believe you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release anything that gives you feelings of low self-esteem and anxiety. I think it starts with start looking in the mirror. And if you're going to compete with anybody right now, compete with yourself. I definitely do sense a restless energy within you guys. Like, oh, this isn't good enough. I'm not really happy. I'm not performing at peak. I think you guys are just really beating yourself up. And you need to hear that your best is good enough. There are going to be feelings of inadequacy and vulnerability at this time, but know that you're on the right path. Some of you are struggling to trust your path, and with Chiron coming out, it's like a part of your brain, especially if you have trauma from your past, it's like your brain and your body won't let it go. You're like, no, I'm inadequate. No, I'm vulnerable. Some of you are maybe in some scenarios where maybe other people are making you feel this way. Maybe other people are kind of covertly trying to get you to compare yourself to them. That's just to mess with you and manipulate you and make you feel insecure. Leo is coming in to remind you, you are excellent. Be happy, be satisfied. Like, don't ignore the haters and the people that want to make you feel like you're less than them, because other people could be making you feel inadequate and vulnerable. But with you're on the right path showing up, Sag, I feel like this is maybe an old pattern for you, where when you get antsy and restless and then you start to feel like you're nitpicky and nothing is good enough right now and you're not good enough either, it's going to pull you back into an old pattern where you're constantly feeling inadequate and vulnerable. And that might be an illusion, because we do have the moon and the 9 of Swords, where things really aren't as they seem. I kind of get the sense that for, of course, not all of you, but a few of you, Spirit's trying to say, you're actually amazing. Things are not as bad as they seem. This vulnerability and inadequacy you're generating from within you. And what we really want you to understand is that you're actually on the right path. Let go of the past. Some of you are struggling with your spleen center to like let go of past failures and fear. It's like, I just heard someone say, the only thing I know how to do is inadequate, low self-esteem, and vulnerable. If you feel that way, I'm sorry, because I know that there's way more to you than that. If you can believe in yourself and create things that you're proud of and stop staring in the mirror. Some of you are like constantly looking in the mirror, nitpicking yourself about every little thing that you wish was different. Spirit's saying, when you look in the mirror, love what's already there. And be satisfied. You're actually good enough. I'm hearing you're good enough. And this is just an old pattern, like the fear that you're not on the right path. That's the Chiron wound that apparently needs to be healed, is low self-esteem. Know that love is all around you. Spirit's asking you to trust the great mystery right now. Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery came out, and Spirit has a plan. You're not alone. Spirit is working with you. There is a plan that is unfolding. You are a part of it. You are being asked to trust the mystery right now. And it's interesting. I got a similar reading for Libra, I think, of just a few days ago, where trusting the mystery was not acceptable. Absolutely not. Did not want to trust the mystery. Fucking hated that. Libra was in that energy. Some of you are in a bit of that energy too, where like you really just want to fast forward like 6 months or something and see what's going to happen. And that's just not how the nature of time is here on Earth. And our solar system and our world, time is linear. We have this past, present, and a future. Know that love is all around you. Oh, sweet results await. Sweet results do await you, Sagittarius. Some of you are feeling like you don't have a lot of support right now. Spirit saying there is actually love around you. You might be asking the wrong people or the wrong communities or the wrong scenarios to support you. That might be the problem. There is love around you, but you're asking the wrong people for support. Release your expectation of people that can't give you love and support and turn towards those that can. When you do, you will relax into the mystery of life. You'll feel better about yourself too. And it'll help you with feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and vulnerability. They wanted me to do a very simple spread. I have Pisces and Scorpio here. So that's very much about Pluto and Neptune energy and needing to transform so that you can transcend towards a place of highest idealism. There seems to be kind of a stalling energy for you in April. There is a slow, subtle transformation happening. It might be about career and life path, because the overall energy, the first card that came out was the Five of Wands, and clarifying this, they wanted me to use all the same deck, was the Eight of Pentacles and Death. So typical of Sagittarius, I feel like this Five of Wands follows you guys around, which is just like the shit show of life, right? Like the mud pit of life. A lot of competitive ideas in the environment. It could be worse, but it could be better with the Five of Wands. This is like, we wake up every day and our family is just bickering and everybody wants to be right. No one's really right. No one's really wrong when the Five of Wands comes out. You just have to get in there, practice. It's like dress rehearsal for life. You've just got to get in there. They're not really fighting. It's like a display of ego, practicing their moves here, and it is competitive. It's not necessarily collaborative. This may be going on at work. I also can see that some of you, like while everyone else is bickering, you're like, will you please shut the hell up? I'm trying to concentrate. It might be a good idea to close your door at home or at work if you're trying to focus on details, practice something, work on something, get the job done. I'm hearing that some of you may work in like the restaurant business or something, and like everyone else is acting like an idiot and they're not working together, and you're like, I'm the only one standing over the fire here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm making the bacon. What are you people doing? You will have to drown other people out. There is this, I think some of you are like, I am done with my job. Some of you, this is like a career shift coming for you. And it's been a long time coming. Some of you are also thinking about, like, I could just quit what I'm doing. Like, I really just want this to end so it can transform anyways. You will deal with scenarios like that in April. It's like the angel of death is saying, it's really okay to call it quits if you need to. That's scorpionic energy. This is stuff that's underneath the surface too, and you really will keep it to yourself. I feel like you're different from a lot of other people around you right now. I feel like you're just saying, I don't really know how to get into this competition. That's just not for me. That's not, and it makes sense because Sagittarius is like, y'all can stand there like lunatics and just compete with each other and have competing ideas and ideologies and not be solution focused. Let me know when you're ready to focus on creative dynamic solutions, because I'm a Sagittarius and that's what I'm about. And I'm just about over this. I'm like, oh God, that's frustrating for Sag. And then 2 cards came out again, like they wanted me to work in 2s and then just kind of clarify. The Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. Pisces here. I feel like there's a stalling energy in April, and there's just a need to let something go. When the Page of Pentacles comes out, we are exploring and studying something. We are practically applying knowledge and learning. With the Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, I'm hearing that, like, an example I'm hearing is like some of you started to undergo like a learning process or a training process, and it was kind of a stepping stone for you in a cycle. But for whatever reason, that's just sort of stalled. You're suddenly being asked to see things from a different point of view. The Hangman will have a fit until he stops struggling. It's like, I feel like there's a stall in progress. You're not able to move quickly with the 6 of Swords and the Hangman. And during this time, I think you're meant to reflect on what you have learned up until this point. But I can see that you will want to move more quickly. And the longer it feels like this, where something is slowly changing, slowly transforming. I just heard the market is slowly changing and shifting. Okay, so for some of you, this might be about like housing, finance, the climate that you're in at home, at work. It just is what it is right now. You do have to accept what is. You can't move quickly, but it's like the more time you have on your hands, the more stressed out you will become, because your action is the Knight of Swords, the Moon, and the 9 of Swords. The 3 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck with the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. You need to look yourself in the mirror. Holy shit, what do I do next? This is, oh my God, what do I do next? I feel like there is so much that you're imagining in your mind that may or may not be reality right now, Sag, because the Moon is things that are hidden, things that are not as they seem, incredibly moody, emotional, intense feelings that are causing you to just want to freak out and be really impulsive. I literally can't handle not knowing. I am so ready to just burst inside. I'm so stressed out, feeling impulsive, feeling restless, feeling fear and anxiety for sure. You will face feelings of being uncomfortable. It is a struggle to believe that Spirit has a plan at this time. And will be a struggle to trust the great mystery. And I think that's why the advice came out that it did, because it's almost like energetically, you're very busy, but underneath the surface, y'all are just like twiddling your thumbs. And the more you do that, the more it makes you go, oh my God, is it me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Oh, I felt this way before. I felt this way before many times. I don't really believe in myself. I'm struggling to have pride and believe in myself here. A fearful of being arrogant. Also, I'm hearing the medicine is to trust. You know that you're on the right path. I'm hearing you've done this to yourself before. The medicine is doing your best and creating things that you're proud of and just being content with where you are right now. I hear people getting mad. I'm sorry. This is the message I got. You're like, fuck you, Somachandra. This is not acceptable to me. I feel like Spirit's saying to you, it just has to be right now. just during the rest of Aries season. Like, if you create things that you're proud of and you focus on pleasure and play and leisure, family, and just do your best, yes, you're going to face self-esteem issues and worry, but it's because you're comparing yourself to other people and not recognizing that there is love around you to tap into. I think that some of you have somehow aligned yourself with a situation where you're not getting the support that you really want or need, or you're replaying out an old wound that's making you cling to a fear that might not actually exist. The future is coming, but waiting will be difficult for you. Focusing on solutions and not focusing on problems and facing the unknown and fear and anxiety and just being brave and bold. What did they say on Star Trek? To boldly go where no one has before, knowing that you're good enough. Know that you're good enough, Sagittarius. Yeah, April's definitely going to be about letting go of things that hold you back, letting go of the self-esteem issues and comparing yourself to other people. That's your Chiron wound. That's your Achilles heel. The truth is, you're probably doing way better than you think you are. And a transformation is coming. It just won't come in April, and you'll have to breathe through the anxiety. But don't let go of that dream. For sure, don't. All right, Sag, this was kind of a tough message. I wanted to get good news, and good news, like good things might be happening, but Spirit's saying this is what's going on under the surface for them. Like, they're definitely getting in touch with their shadows and their wounds that need to be addressed and need to be overcome. Trust the great mystery. Spirit does have a plan, and Spirit does have your back, Sag, and so do I. All right, my beautiful angels, that's your April forecast. And a deeper forecast, a more spiritual forecast. If this resonated with you, I truly hope it helped you. Link to the websites down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.